What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shakes72 coming to you guys with the video right now. So I want to go over some news for the Philadelphia Eagles and just news in general that I just want to bring some topics up. And the first is Quez Watkins. I think one of the most underappreciated receivers that we have right now. A lot of people don't talk about. We talk about the flashy, pick in Devontae Smith last year. We talk about a big-time receiver we traded for during the draft this year in A.J. Brown. And having Quez Watkins being lined up on the number 3 cornerback is going to be absolutely just insane. Okay, this is the guy that had 647 yards last year and should have had over 1,000. Should have had 1,000 yards. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. This guy was open 3 times in the playoffs against Tampa Bay in the wild card last year, and Hurts overthrew him on one, and then obviously the 2 others didn't even see him open. And that has been all year, not just for Quez Watkins, but for Devontae Smith having over 900 yards, but for what was given to these receivers as a number 1 rushing offense, and obviously the bad quarterback play and play design by Shane Steichen. I thought they played pretty well. They could have done so much better, and that's really on Jalen Hurts at the end of the day. Devontae Smith had a little over 900 yards, which was like ridiculous. Should have had a lot more yards. Now with Quez Watkins getting better and better every single year and not even becoming a free agent until the end of the 2023 season. So after next year, he will be a free agent, which is a really good thing. So we have him for 2 more years regardless on a really cheap salary. Devontae Smith, you get A.J. Brown getting all that attention. Now you have Quez Watkins on the number 3 cornerback, and then having Dallas Goedert, obviously, who are you going to defend in this offense? It's really up to Jalen Hurts for now, having more weapons and more capability of anticipation on throws and making sure you're throwing to the right guys, reading, progression. It all comes down to it, and he's been working his tail off this offseason, so I'm really hoping that you should have 2 1,000-yard receivers this year. I mean, no joke. For what you have, you really should have it, but I'm not going to be mad if they don't. Depends if we are winning games, because winning cures everything at the end of the day. So that comes to Quez Watkins. I think Quez has been one of my favorite rising star players, and I think he's just, really the only thing he did bad last year was really, I think it was the second quarter of one of those games. It was like a few seconds in the second quarter, and I think the ball went right through his hands for a touchdown the last minute of the game right in the end zone. I forgot what game that was, but at the end of the day, you got to keep playing Quez Watkins. You have to. If he's facing number 2, number 1 cornerbacks in the NFL on the outside and he's moving to the inside, he's facing a number 3. I mean, with what he could do in the slot, he could get it done. And I am very excited for Quez Watkins. He might have a monster year this year with another year still left on his contract going throughout 2023. So I'm very happy with Quez, and I hope they treat him right. I hope they get the ball to everybody, not just the main guys and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Quez Watkins is a big part of this offense and has got a lot of speed. Unfortunately, this year, between what was given to them, they just couldn't get enough done. And I hope Quez is going to be one of those underrated superstars on this team going into the 2022 season. So I am very happy with that, and I hope you guys will be too when the time comes. Now, secondly, the Eagles actually hired, the Philadelphians are hiring Vice President of Player Personnel, Matt Russell. Now, he's going to serve as the senior football advisor position, which Tom Donahue, if you guys remember from last year, the fist bump rejection, that was Tom Donahue that had that little thing with Howie. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Eagles have been losing front office members. They've been firing some people, and seems like the more people we're losing in this front office, the better we are becoming. Matt Russell is the right-hand man to John Elway, which is a pretty good thing, not too bad. I mean, I think Denver has drafted pretty well the past couple years. He was there for Super Bowl 50, big part of that front office as well. And really, other than that, guys, I don't know what this guy is going to be doing. I don't know what every type of job in this front office, is in charge of. There's so many player personnel, VP personnel. At the end of the day, how he's trying to, hire his own staff in the front office for a lot of, scouting the draft and everything like that, which is cool because Eagles have hired, a few people already. So they did hire Cleveland Browns national scout Charles Walls as new director of player personnel. So they're not done yet. Okay. They interviewed Brandon Hunt from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've Senior Bowl Executive Director Jim Nagy, and they are about to host Indianapolis Colts Director of College Scouting Morocco Brown in Philly this week. So I just kind of had to read that off because I don't know these guys at all and what they do or what they did in the past. There's probably a whole bunch of articles on them, but getting Matt Russell in here is just one step closer, and it feels like ever since the Eagles the more that they're losing the past few years, Andrew Berry was the high, right-hand man to Howie Roseman. He became the Browns GM, and look what he's doing. He turned the Browns totally around with all these really good signings that he's been doing over there the past few years. Joe Douglas ended up leaving. I thought we drafted really well under Joe Douglas. And then, he's starting to let go of a lot of these guys now. Even more have left that they fired as well. So they're bringing in I see some interesting names from certain organizations that are pretty successful right now. So that's a really good sign. Howie still has another, has a 3-year contract still in play right now. So these guys could be here for a while, and we'll just see what happens at the end of the day. So that was news on Quez Watkins, and obviously getting more to the front office for the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's pretty much about it, guys. So didn't mean to make everything confusing because I'm trying to read some of this off because I have no idea who these people are. So other than that, guys, pretty much it. I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.